And
wasn't he like also talking to other people like legitimately, and he like dated somebody else, like.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so like there's this guy that he worked with. He told me that they dated for a little bit, but it just wasn't right or whatever. So I mean, like I knew he was friends with like some of his exes or whatever, but I didn't know how serious they were. And then there's like a person that I knew that he was friends with. Now I don't think he told me that they ever dated, but I found out eventually that they dated.
I feel like there was that random dude, or at least to me it was a random dude that like all of a sudden like I thought you guys were dating, and then on Facebook it said he was dating someone totally else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really want to like put him on blast on here, but it's just there was some shady shit that went down. I'm getting over it now. Like a month later, it's the whole month of October was shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to go to a freaking haunted house. Like the whole month of October was
working and dealing with Brandon, sounds like.
No, that was a horror story in itself. What I'm trying to say was October was a bust because the only entertaining thing I did for like October was dress up as the freaking Rainbow Skittle.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
No, everyone at work at Frisch's, they dressed up as like a different colored Skittle, and I was the rainbow because clearly.
Well.
No. But like I didn't even go to any haunted attractions, no corn maze, haunted house. I didn't even watch a freaking scary movie. I wanted to go watch Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which I just bought the movie for yesterday or the day before, whatever. Oh my god. But yeah, like I normally do something for Halloween, I guess, each year, and like the only entertaining thing I did was not even get scared, just dress up as a Skittle. I want to get scared. I want to go to a haunted attraction. Like,
too late. It's done.
It was a bust, and the whole month of October was a waste of my time.
Well,
but
sounds like you had a lot on your plate.
Yeah,
and that I think is more important than. I mean, obviously, October is, like, one of the most fun months, like, period.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. You got to get your house together.
Right. So, yeah, I'm moving on. Like, me and him, we, like, still kind of talk, like, here and there. He wants to keep me in his kids' lives because I obviously grew a relationship with his kids. His kids love me.
That is so confusing, though. Like, for a kid.
I know. Tell me about it.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You want my hot take on everything?
Well, basically,
to be honest, honestly.
Well, before you get into that real quick, it's just like whenever me and DeJuan were together, we would go to like his mom's or his dad's, or maybe even his dad's ex-girlfriend's place, where his younger brother and sister live, and if he was at his mom's, his dad would just show up sometimes. If he was at his younger siblings' mom's house, the dad would still be involved with the kids. But like even then, like there's no hatred or animosity that the parents held between each other.
Right.
So like I can see what you mean by like it's confusing to keep an ex around.
Well. I mean, that's a different situation because that's their actual dad.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah.
That's their dad.
Like the situation.
So say my dad had a boyfriend. Say Joe had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend was around for 6 months. I was like, oh, cool. You're really cool. I like you a lot. And then they broke up. I'd be like, all right. Guess they're not going to be around anymore. But then they keep coming around. And it's weird. So I'm like, why are you here? Like, you're not together. Now my dad's dating some other guy. Why are you here?
Yeah.
You know? Even as much as a child, I might love you and be like, yeah, you're here. But then you leave. And it's like, where are you going? You know? Yeah. That'd be weird for me. And I think that's Brandon's fault. Brandon should recognize that.
Well, even then, because, like, I love kids. Like,
and that's the other thing. Is like, I know you love them and want to be with them. And I know.
Yeah, I'm moving on from this because it's like
it's a very touchy topic. I know. Find someone else with kids.
That's the thing too. Like find
some new kids.
my standards are set so high now. Like
they should be.
Arya and Sawyer, as the first set of kids to be brought into my life in a relationship, they put a stamp on my heart.
Yeah, because I know you love kids.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
In the right way, you love kids.
Yeah. Let's not misconstrue this here now. But no, it's but like even with Brandon, like his personality was out of this world. I felt like we were a match made in heaven. I'm an Aquarian, he's a Leo. Jesus
Those
Christ. Two signs, like not to get all astrological on your asses, but those two signs are basically a 99% match. And his personality was everything I was looking for. His ambition, his drive, the kids aspect of it. Mm-hmm. It's like everything. Like I tell him, there was not one thing I didn't like about that relationship. And right now, like this might be a little bit TMI. I haven't even done anything with anyone. I haven't flirted with anyone. There are some people that I've added on Facebook and whatnot. I mean, I'll talk to them, but I won't, like, talk to them.
Yeah. Well,
it's just, like, I
wouldn't expect you to, like, at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it takes, especially when you're, like, heartbroken, you know, it takes time to recover from that. And, like, everyone's different. Like, me, I move on super quick. It's like, you're done. Goodbye. You know?
Yeah. See, no, like... We both established that we still both have love for each other. Mm-hmm. The in love part, though, is like I'm just getting over of how in love with him I was. Mm-hmm. But for him being in love with me, it's not there anymore. Mm. But we both...
And that's hard to stomach, too, sometimes, you know?
Like, there were, like, a week or so after... Or no, like, maybe in the middle, maybe to the end... From the middle, maybe to the end of October, I downloaded Tinder. Mm-hmm. I opened up the app. I immediately felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Well, Tinder's gross anyway. So.
Well, no, it's just the thought of talking to someone else.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Thought of being with someone else when I still had feelings. Like, these people that I'm talking to...
It feels wrong.
Yeah, these people that I'm talking to... It doesn't feel weird. It's just, it feels like... If I were to pursue anything with anyone moving forward here, I wouldn't feel right because of my feelings still being there for Brandon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
it's like we have love for each other. We know we're a match for each other. It's just he can't trust me is the bottom line.
Well,
and like, I know I was all in it, but for him to not trust me, that's the line where... What am I trying to say? The line where he draws the line. There we go.
Yeah. And that sounds like an insecurity problem, like, on his end.
Yeah.
You know, like... I mean, I get, like, you know, being in a bad relationship where someone lies to you, like, constantly. Because I've been there. And, like, then you feel like shit. You're like, oh, I'm not good enough. You have to feel like you have to lie to me all the time. You know, it definitely does or can affect, you know, your future relationships. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, every person's different. You should approach every new relationship as if it is what it is. It's brand new. Mm-hmm. You can't expect old shit just because it happened before, mm-hmm. you know? Like, don't bring your old relationships into your new relationships, I think is what I'm trying to say. Because that's not fair to... the other person. Right,
exactly. And that was my look on it too. I was like, Brandon had changed me for the better, I want to say, because before him, any relationship before him, I did not care, think about, or even contemplate the thought of marriage. Even though me and him were only dating for 8 months, like it felt right with him. Mm-hmm. We would talk about it, we would joke around about it. But obviously, like, we still had, like, work to do. Mm-hmm. Like, we weren't obviously going to just jump into a marriage or whatever. But with the personality that, I think what I was trying to get at was that with his personality and how I felt with him, the next person like, I even told him too. I was like, when I was younger, driving in the car with my mom and stepsister, I felt so passionately about music that if a song I hated came on the radio, it would just put me in a bad mood. Now, if I even told Brandon, like, if I'm not in control of the radio, I'm in a bad mood. Like,
yeah.
So, like, driving around with my mom and stepsister, like, it was bound for me to just be, like, put in a bad mood because we all listen. My mom, she listened to the music, I guess, that me and my stepsister listened to. But there was, like, obviously some specific songs that I didn't really care for. I was just like, change the station. Mm-hmm. So I told Brandon, I was like, whenever I'm, like, around or whatever, around a group of people or whatever, like, I feel like I have to be in control of the radio. But whenever I was with him, he always had control of the radio. And for that, I didn't care because me and him, we like the same music.
Yeah.
Like, he could play whatever he wanted. I'm okay with. Like, if there's a song that I grew up, obviously, from my childhood. So, like, there were still some songs I didn't care for, but I didn't care for them a lot less from when I was younger. I don't know.
Like, what I'm taking from that story is you were comfortable with him enough to, like, feel like it was okay to, like, let go of control because... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Oh, God. But, yeah, it's just, like, the next person, for them to, like, oh, God. Like I said, Brandon was ambitious, his drive, his kids, his cleanliness.
Sorry.
Like,
I know that's a big thing for a lot of people.
Everything.
I get it.
Like, even the same taste in music.
Yeah.
Everything about Brandon I loved. So, like, this next person, if there even is a next person, like, I'm seriously thinking about just being single for the rest of my life because right now, I'm doing better than I ever did.
Well, good.
Single-wise.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, for me to even bring in another person again into my life, they better, like I said, my standards are set so high.
They better, like, stack up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's going to be able to match up to Arya and Sawyer, though.
I don't know. I feel like you don't ever say never.
I'm just saying, like, like I said, they were the first kids to ever be brought into my life in a relationship like that. So, what did Mariah Carey say? There was, I think it was a Mariah Carey song. There's a.
Sorry.
I don't know which. I can't think of.
I'm only thinking of her Christmas song right now. All I want for Christmas is you.
I can't think of the song I'm trying to think of, but
also, like, holidays coming up. Holidays is a sad fucking time to be single. You know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also thinking about Christmas shopping too. I'm just like,
and now I don't have to spend $100. I know. This is the first year where I don't have to buy fucking Christmas presents for a significant other or their whole goddamn family.
Right.
You know? I just have to, like, worry about, like, a couple friends, my family. It'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So,
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, okay. This is going to sound really bad. But whenever I'm out drinking, like, I spent basically every weekend in October going out drinking and whatnot. Mm-hmm. There's this person that I keep texting every time that I'm drunk.
Mm-hmm. Who was it?
Someone I know? I'm going to tell you off. I'm going to tell you off air though because I'm not even sure if this is legal. They're over. Oh my
God!
They're over.
They're of age.
They're of age. Let me clear that up real quick. You'll understand when I tell you, but it's not the worst scenario, people. Let me tell you, I swear. I'm going to tell you that off air though because I don't want to. I don't want to get him in trouble for real.
God. Why does my brain always go to, like, oh God, he's doing something illegal? Yeah. Oh no.
No, I just don't want to get him in trouble because it's an iffy situation if it were to be illegal. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if it's. I don't know.
What? Okay, you need to stop talking before you say something very incriminating, something that could be used against you in a court of law. Let's wrap up this episode quick.
I was going to say we can extend